So a thief would take it.
Take it from you.
I would steal it from you, right?
And I do not get it back.
Yeah.
But I trusted you.
I have a right to take care of your money, but I have no right to take your money and put it in my pocket.
So I work at a charity, and people are sending lots of money because we are actually financing startup for women all around the world. So, I mean, it's for a good cause, and all of my colleagues, we love what we do. And we also have these money boxes in the supermarkets across our country. And I have one colleague, every month, he's going and collecting this money. And every time when he come back, he has this new bags and new jackets, and I mean, it's expensive stuff. And I know that he's not making a lot of money from what we do in the business. That's why I think, I don't want to say anything, but where do the money come from? It's always when he's collecting the money boxes for our charity.
Sounds like something's up.
Yes, and I do not want to, talk to him about it.
So, let's talk about something called embezzlement.
And what is that?
That is a financial crime that actually, sometimes it's even called pink. You've heard about white-collar crime.
Yep.
Yeah, pink-collar crime.
Ooh.
Embezzlement can be this huge, this really white-collar crime, like huge money. When you talk about it as pink-collar crime, and I'm unfortunate that we call it pink, because, you wonder if it's related to gender, right? And I do think that the term comes from it often being women in charge of the everyday register, and therefore having the opportunity to kind of nibble a bit.
But how do I know the difference between fraud and theft?
Well, we're talking about embezzlement now,
Yes.
which is a type of fraud. So if we compare it, let's say you have your glass here.
It's my glass.
Yeah. So a thief would take it.
Take it from you.
I would steal it from you, right? Embezzlement. Now this glass is your property.
Yes.
And you asked me,
could you take care of this? I need to fix this one. Could you fix it?
Of course. So I got it in trust. And now, as an embezzler, I got it in trust. And then I take it for me.
And I do not get it back.
Yeah.
But I trusted you.
So a theft will be taking something unlawfully and then for your gain.
Yeah.
But embezzlement, then I have something in trust. So I did not take it unlawfully. But then I use it unlawfully. Because I use it for my own gain in some way.
Okay.
So if you give me your computer, if I'm in charge of your cash register, right? I have a right to take care of your money. But I have no right to take your money and put it in my pocket. Then it's embezzlement.
Embezzlement. And that's the difference.
Yes.
Between theft and embezzlement.
Yeah. And we typically talk about the embezzlement triangle, where we have opportunity.
Yeah.
That's, if I'm there counting the register and nobody else but me knows how many dollar bills there's in there. Opportunity. Pressure. I feel I need the money for some reason. It might be a debt I'm paying off, or I'm saving to that car and the company is so rich, etc. Justification. Like I said, the company is so rich anyway.
Yeah, what
I
can
worked
happen?
so hard. I haven't had a pay raise for 2 years. So typically, small lies turn into big lies. And typically, these 3 steps are involved.
And that's embezzlement.
Yeah.
And this is really important to watch this episode to know about this. I mean, if you have employees, or maybe you never know what's happening.
And one good way to protect your business is actually to have your employees see this episode. Because just hearing somebody talk about it, and now we're going to also talk about how to protect yourself from being subject to embezzlement, will help them both kind of understand how important and how serious an offense it is, but also to stay watch between each other. So if they notice somebody, like in your example in the beginning, they will know how to report it, because they will know how to react, that something is wrong. He's stealing or embezzling from a charity, right?
Yeah.
So you react. So that's a good way. Just keep yourself and your staff educated. But we're gonna go through.
We're gonna go with a checklist here, how to protect yourself on this. So segregate financial duties is number 1.
Yeah. So if I'm in charge of that cash register, perhaps it should be you that give a sign off every day. Or if I'm the one ordering all of the products, perhaps you should be the one signing off on all of the invoices. So I cannot be the one ordering and signing off on the payments and the invoices.
Really
so
smart.
You have 4 eyes principle on it.
Yes. Education and ethics.
Like we said, like just watching this, as simple as that, really. Just make sure everybody's aware, both about how serious a crime it is, but also to be mindful in relation to each other and react if something's up.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then we have number 3, tone at the top. What do you mean by that?
So 2 wrongs don't make a right. Never. Don't get me wrong. But we often see in embezzlement cases that they say, well, the owner is going on a private yacht with his family and is calling it a conference. And that makes it easier for me to justify my embezzlement. I'm only taking $100. Come on.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah. So tone at the top will typically impact the risk of being subject to the embezzlement, actually.
Okay. And then we have number 4, regular audits.
Yeah. Make sure you have somebody external checking you out properly, really properly. Some embezzlement is really, really hard to discern. But if you have checks and balances, that in itself will probably deter many people from going the embezzlement route.
Really good to know. And then we also have number 5, the hiring practices.
Do make sure that you're not too quick on hiring. Because if you have a job where you employ a lot of people, might be an hour, you might miss. So make sure you do have your checks and balances and do reference checks. Because many people who have embezzled will do it again.
Oh.
So do background checks, make sure you take references.
And then we also have number 6, which I found interesting. It's the mandatory vacations. Good strategy.
Yeah, one thing we see with this pink-collar crime, where embezzlement is somebody being in charge of the invoices, of the booking, etc., is that they actually never take vacation.
Oh, just to keep everything going?
In control, yeah. Very, very, very good red flag is if somebody refuses to take a vacation because they want to be on top. They do not want to let their assignments go to somebody else to take them.
That's a really good tip.
We've seen that again and again.
Yeah. And number 7, we have external auditors.
Yeah. So we talked about checks and balances. External auditors, the best, of course. And again, it might just be a formal audit, but still everything helps. And if you feel that you might be subject to some kind of financial embezzlement here, you can also have a proper investigation, somebody who's an expert in trying to identify it for you. And that can be costly, so you don't want to start, just look at everything. But you might have a case where you want them to dig deeper.
Yeah, but audit is really good.
Yeah.
And then we have the whistleblower policy.
Like in your case, where do you turn?
Where do I turn?
In particular, if it's your colleague, somebody you're having lunch with, you want to report them, make sure that you have somewhere to go where you will not be called out upon. So you won't end up in a bad relationship with your colleague at the charity. So make sure you have a clear signaling route where people can turn if they feel something's wrong.
Yeah, to have a safe space.
Yeah.
And then we have number 9, which is the no victim shaming.
So many times, embezzlement is actually never reported. And a big reason is victim shaming. You feel ashamed because you bought into it. You did not see it. You trusted her. You trusted him. You did not react. It's been going on for years. So you blame yourself. So make sure you have a culture where nobody's at fault. It's not at fault. The fraudsters, the ones doing the embezzlement is responsible. So even if I in good faith believed in you and I feel so dumb for doing it year after year, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's a really good tip. No victim shaming. But embezzlement, how common is it?
I don't dare say any numbers. But what I can tell is very common, and often an employer will just let you go.
Yeah.
Like if you go, pay everything back, fine, they will not report you. But it can also be that you end up actually being a convicted criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's scary.
It is scary. And
Yeah.
now you know, if you're a business owner or being a CEO somewhere, you know that you need to have these kinds of discussion at the office.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
Raise
important.
the discussion. Super good.
And that's it for today. Our business lawyers shared really good information. It's for free. And remember, this is not legal advice. It's knowledge sharing, as always.
As always.
And if you have situations or, questions, just drop them in the comment section. We're happy to read and answer and maybe have an episode about it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for today. Until next
Hejdå.
time. Hej då.